The leftover notebook. Have you ever picked up something that did not belong to you? Every Tuesday morning, Sarah went to the same coffee shop. She loved the smell of roasted coffee and the sound of rain on the window. She usually read a book, but today, something else caught her attention. On the table next to her, someone left a small brown notebook. The previous customer, a tall man in a dark coat, had just walked out into the rain. He was walking very fast. Sarah looked at the notebook. She hesitated for a moment. Then she picked it up and opened it. There was no name, no phone number, and no address. There was only one sentence written in big, messy letters. Don't forget to check under the bridge at midnight. Sarah felt a shiver down her spine. What was under the bridge? Was it a secret? Was it a trap? She looked at her watch. It was only 10 a.m. She had 14 hours to make a choice. Should she mind her own business, or should she solve the mystery? Excellent. Now, let's look at 4 important words and expressions from our story that will make your English sound more natural. 1. Belong to, verb phrase, meaning to be someone's property / to be owned by someone. In the story, something that did not belong to you. In English, you always need the word to. We say, this book belongs to me. 2. Hesitate, verb, meaning to pause or wait a moment before doing something because you are unsure, nervous, or scared. In the story, she hesitated for a moment. Daily example. When you're about to speak English and you feel a bit shy, you hesitate. Don't hesitate to ask questions. 3. Shiver down your spine. Idiom, meaning a cold feeling or sensation on your back caused by fear, nervousness, or excitement. In the story, Sarah felt a shiver down her spine. Usage, it is the perfect expression for when you watch a horror movie or listen to a mystery story. 4. Mind your own business expression, meaning to not get involved in other people's affairs / to focus on your own things. In the story, should she mind her own business? Real-life tip. It can sound a bit harsh or rude if you say it directly to someone, mind your own business. However, when you use it to talk about yourself, it means being prudent. I decided to mind my own business. Now, I have a question for you. What do you think Sarah should do? Option A, go to the bridge at midnight. Option B, mind her own business and leave the notebook at the cafe. Write your answer in the comments below using at least one of our new words today. I'd love to read your answers and see your progress. See you in the next chapter.